Most millennials are undisputedly addicted to social media. Their lives depend on likes they're going to gain. They don't care if their faces might be inside of multimedia, and they don't even care if it will give them a pain. Some truly go beyond their limits just to have a lot of likes. Perhaps they are famous, but they don't care if someone strikes every part of their body, including their faces and such. Yet they don't care if it will hurt them too much. The beautiful and vulnerable expression of Ryan Joseph's poem, Manilian, reflects the agenda of our workshop on cybersecurity today. A very good morning to one and all present here, our valued parents who are an integral part of Bal Bharati Parivar. Thank you for taking your precious time out and becoming a special part of today's workshop. I, on behalf of the Middle Department of Bal Bharati Public School, extend a hearty welcome to our esteemed headmistress ma'am, Ms. Nita Nijara, the respected Secretary of the Parent Teacher Association, Ms. Suchita Bajaj, and the PTA members. I would now like to introduce our special guest to the audience, the one who has answers to all our virtual world's problems, the man who has a personality brighter than the contemporary world's invention, Mr. AI, Artificial Intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, with your thunderous applause, let's welcome Dr. Gaurav Gupta, the first ever Indian to earn a doctorate in the field of digital forensics, a prolific student of Shambhu Dayal Public School, MSc Computer Science from Kurukshetra University, and PhD in digital forensics to detect and fix computer frauds and cybercrimes from Jadavpur University. He's on a mission to create awareness about technological frauds in society. Being a mentor and a guide to many research students and interns, he has a rich experience of 21 plus years. Bal Bharati welcomes you, sir, with all its warmth and acceptance. I would now like to invite Ms. Nita ma'am to please hand over the planter to Dr. Gaurav Gupta. Let us applaud him for his humongous contribution to the field of technology. We are honored beyond recognition to have you with us today, and we are looking forward to an enriching, informative, and augmenting time with you. We yearn to learn today and create a guarded virtual society for ourselves and our little ones. Let's begin with the first ever learner-oriented cybersecurity workshop with our minds focused and clear on the achievement of maximum learning from this workshop. Thank you.
So, I will discuss certain things related to cybercrime and how we can ensure technology is being used for our welfare, right? Including our kids. What is happening? What can we do? And I will try to address some of the questions. And if you have anything, you can also interrupt me in between. You can ask questions. You may have issues which I may not have thought about. So let's take it. So, do you have any expectation before I start? What I'm going to talk? Or any specific issue which you think troubles you, or you would like to take them in line? Okay, so cyber is everywhere, right? We have seen we are now engrossed completely into technology. Whatever we do is somehow dependent. I think this is not working. How is it off? It's off. Okay. Yeah. So what happens is, see, we are using technology. We are using technology which is converging very, very fast, right? So convergence is basically happening only for one reason, that we want things efficient, smaller, things are happening automatically, right? That's the only reason. So convenience is the only reason technology is changing. And I will tell you what happens when things converge, when they become convenient, then things can go wrong also, right? So we'll see by examples. Now let's ask some of the questions. What would you do if you receive 5,000 rupees on your Paytm or any other wallet? Let's say you get a message, you've got 5,000 rupees, and then you get a call saying, I accidentally transferred one digit, I was transferring on whatever number in the end is 9, but I typed 8, which is yours. So would you refund back money? Yes, no? No. Okay, what would you do? You will keep the money? So all these are wrong answers. You know, I'm a criminal. What I will do is, I will hack somebody's account, or I will do something so that I can do a fraud. So I'm doing, let's say I'm the criminal, I'm doing fraud with person A, transferring that money in your account, and then taking it from you. Now he files a complaint to police, police will come to you. Whether window panes are down, if I snatch your phone, what will happen? Your phone was on running Google Maps, it was on a dashboard, right? And I snatched it. What would you do? Your phone is locked or unlocked in this case? Unlocked. Google Map has a feature, or rather all these maps have a feature that once you turn on Google Map and physically lock your phone, only the phone will get locked. Maps will still work. Have you tried it? We don't do it. Convenience, right? Who should bother? So you should always lock your phone after setting destination, after doing start or giving direction. Lock the phone. In this case now somebody snatches your phone, phone is locked. Only thing lost is hardware. No data loss, no wallet transaction, no unnecessary posting of things. Right? Do you have physical SIM or eSIM in your phone? Mostly we have physical SIM. But do you do for the security of SIM? How can SIM be secured? Okay, now assume your phone is locked and I steal it. I snatch it, it is locked. What would I do as a criminal? Throw the SIM, no. I'm not an How? I will take out the SIM from the phone which I have stolen. Let's say from this phone I will take out the SIM, put it into one of my phone, call one of my friend's number from this phone where I put your SIM. Why? I don't know your phone number. I want to know your phone number first, right? Now your phone number is flashing there. On this phone where I put your SIM, I will install WhatsApp. On your phone number, OTP will come. Now I have your WhatsApp running on my phone in few seconds. As soon as I stole your phone, within 2 minutes, your WhatsApp is with me. I will set up a message saying, I have had with an accident. A friend of mine has brought me to hospital. Whose Paytm number is this? Doctor is asking for 5 lakh rupees to start. Sorry? This is happening multiple times. Now variety will come. So you know, criminals are very smart. They will keep on changing the stories. Right? Next day something else will happen. So what should you do? You can put a pin on your SIM. There is a setting in your phone. If you go there and put a pin, so my phone, if you steal or somebody gets, if you take out the SIM, put in your phone, it will say give 4-digit pin. So what I'm saying is, convenience is so overpowered that we don't want to use facility given to us. Right? And I'm not saying that many times we do it because of ignorance. We are not aware. So there are very small things which we can do. Do you know how many apps are there on your phone? Have you ever made a list? You know how many credit cards do you have? Have you noted down the credit card numbers separately somewhere? Right? So ideally, everything you have, like in digital world, which in physical world we have a copy, right? Photocopy of it, or a detail of somewhere. Make a note of what apps you have, because if you lose your phone, you must know what apps are running on your phone, so that you can probably, if you say your phone is compromised, what all to deactivate, what all to reset. So you need to know all those things, right? Okay, let's say you are in the office, I come to meet you, right? And you go out for, let's say, bio break, or you get a personal call, you go out of your room, and I use your computer to send an email from your computer to someone. Can you prove that you have not done it? No? I think yes. Let's say if I give you a notebook of your kid and some other kid who are copying the same work from the same blackboard of a teacher, can you find out who's who? How? You also know, let's assume handwriting is neutral. Let's say there is a word file prepared by 10 students, one of them is your kid. Can you tell me which one could be your kid? And it's a one-page essay, 300 words. More than that? Kids do spelling mistakes. Your kid do specific spelling mistakes. You probably will be aware if you are teaching them, right? So what happens is everybody has a thought process. So let's say based on your education, based on your background, you use words, choice of words, combination of words, spelling mistakes you do, the way you write mail. Let's say, have you ever written a mail for your spouse? Or a friend? That your friend called, okay, can you write this mail for my behalf? Let's say you have to write. Let's say I tell you I'm not well, this is my username, password, send a mail to my boss saying I'm not well. And then I disconnect. What would you do? You will log in, you will write, but you don't know how to start the mail. Dear sir, whatever. Right? Once you have to end the mail, you don't know what to write. Regards, thanks and regards, kind regards, comma, not comma, end is AND or an ampersand and so on. So many combinations. So a person using someone's account can always be identified if it is more than 5-7 words. Right? If you are writing 10-20 lines, your individuality will come into that content. Can you uniquely identify? For example, you are working in a company and there is a business secret. And at the gate, somebody has been caught with that business secret printed on a piece of paper. What would you do? Question paper leaked in a school. Guard catches one person who has a question paper which has to be taken tomorrow. What can you do about it? How do you know who has done it? Can you? So each piece of paper which is printed by a printer has a unique pattern on it. May not be visible by naked eye, but if you magnify it under a microscope, that means there is a solution that, like your fingerprints, each printer has a fingerprint which invariably comes into the printout which is coming out of printer. So given 100 printers, even if same company, same model, if you give me a piece of paper and 100 printers, I can figure out which printer has been used. I may have examples I will show you going forward. So what I'm trying to say here, I'm saying technology has a lot of potential for misuses, but criminals may think they can't be caught. There are always scenarios that is generating some kind of artifacts which can be used by experts to figure out who has done the crime. So crimes are always investigatable. Only thing is, if I investigate and find somebody has done it from Malaysia may not be cooperating with us. Or somebody sitting in Kenya, we may not have a treaty to extradite. But then, digital artifacts, digital footprints are left everywhere. We are also leaving it. Right? For example, when, let's say your kid was alone at home and you come back after 1 hour and you want to know whether he played game or not on a mobile phone or a laptop. What can you do to give answer in 1 second? So this will take few seconds. I'm saying in 5 seconds I can tell you the answer. If the device is hot, heated up, that means they were playing game. Right? So what I'm saying is there are everywhere, this is known as side channel attack. Side channel means you are leaking information in indirect way. Playing game, indirect effect is device is getting heated up. So if you pick up the laptop in your hand, it's too hot, that means a high-end game or some kind of video, heavy video was being played, right? So because kids will not understand how you know. If you go on to history, they will probably delete history. They will be smart enough. So they know much more than that. So you need to be probably one step ahead of it and think about these things. Okay, so you must be hearing AI everywhere, right? Artificial intelligence. What is that? What can be done by artificial intelligence? Okay, if I am making a synthetic video or if I am making a counterfeit video, very simple test is number of eye blinks. So if you record a normal video, number of eye blinks is around 60 per 100 seconds, right? But if there is a counterfeit video, number of eye blinks will be higher or lower. There are tools people are writing which can probably be available in next 1 or 2 years, which will work on your phone and automatically detect all these things. Till then you need to be careful. Till then you need to figure out some kind of your own AI to figure out how to safeguard against these kind of frauds, right? So do you delete data from your laptop phones? Yes, no. I don't delete that. 2 TB hard drives, why should I delete? Why are you deleting? Okay, tell me. Cache is not your data, right? No, that data is not useful data for you. I'm saying whatever it is like photographs, videos, your CV. How many copies of CV you have on your computer, on an email? Hundreds. Do you delete them every time? Every time you update a CV, do you delete the old one? Mostly not, right? So you have enormous amount of data, right? So let's say if you're working in an organization, if you have a photocopier, which is a big photocopying machine, after 5 years, what do you do with it? Have you used photocopy machine in your office?
Yes.
Right? So that big machine which has more than 2 trays, they have a hard drive. So that it can start the work if in case power goes off, right? Anything we have done on that machine is there, a copy is there in that particular photocopying machine's hard drive And most organizations just sell it as a scrap. What do you do with your old phone? You buy a new phone. Old phone is giving trouble. Screen is broken. Slow. Battery goes away in 2 hours. You buy a new one. What do you do with the old one? You do a factory reset, right? Then give it as a buyback. Any phone which you do a factory reset and give it to me, I can give you all data back in 5 minutes in 98% cases. Which means there are tools which are freely available also at times, but if you pay for it, then definitely 98% data can be recovered. Now what happens is, your phone has photographs, including your photographs, videos, personal photos and videos, probably credit card photos, and username, password, I don't know what all, right? All those can. So I have software which will now take your phone, take out everything which is deleted, then take out from those deleted what is credit card numbers, what is username. It will do OCR, optical character recognition, it will do categorization. In next 10 minutes, I will have everything segregated. I want to know username, password, a category is there, everything has been sorted there. Very good question. Very easy answer. So what can you do? So you have CCTV at home? What is the CCTV megapixel? So anybody who has a CCTV, what is megapixel of your CCTV camera? Nobody knows. 3 megapixel, 4. Okay, let's assume 4 is maximum, although that is not the case. It is 1 or 2 megapixel max. Best case scenario is 4 megapixel. What is your old phone? Megapixel? At least 16, 32. I can't believe that you have a phone which is old, which is less than 32 megapixel, right? So you are changing phone as long as it is working. What you can do is you can format it or do a factory reset. Then there are free software which can convert your phone to a CCTV camera. You put it to a permanent power source, connect to your Wi-Fi router at home, install that software, put a username, password. You can remotely connect to your phone sitting at home, which is looking at a 32 megapixel CCTV camera. Disguised, smaller than those cameras. Nobody expects phone to be a CCTV camera. You can place it strategically wherever you wish. Right? I don't sell any of my phone. Although I also don't buy phone which is 1 lakh plus. I buy a phone which is 20,000 because I can't afford 1 lakh rupee CCTV camera sitting at my home. Right? So what I'm saying is there are easy, interesting, innovative solutions for my digital problem. So why crimes are happening? Who makes it possible for criminals to do crimes? We all of us, cyberspace users. Reason is, many times we are lazy, we know the solution, we don't do it. Other times we are unaware, and rest of it, they figure out. They figure out what? They figure out your emotional weaknesses. What are the emotional weaknesses? Let's say you go to a hotel, right? You have booked a room. And if they give you a complimentary higher room, will you take it? You will take it. Now, you went for 8 hours of journey, you went to the hotel, you checked in there, right? They upgraded your room, you went to your upgraded room. This upgrade happened real time, there only, right? As soon as you are about to take a hot shower, you get a landline phone ringing in the hotel room. And the person says, I'm calling on the front desk because we have upgraded, although we won't charge anything extra, but you have to pay 10 rupees just for formality, and you can tell me your credit card number, I'll just make sure that that happens. This room has been upgraded by the front desk people just right now. No one knows that you are in that room. What would you do? You will give the details? No, okay, you will call back to most people, because thing is that you have been upgraded, no one knows other than the front desk. Will share information in that case. Right? And this story will keep on changing. Now what has happened here, somebody can tell me? This is fraud, right? How do fraudsters know that you are in that room? Which only front desk guys knows. Few seconds back only. No, you just, as I told you, you have been upgraded, you just went to the room, you did not post it. So, okay, I will give the key to all these problems. Any setup, the person who will do fraud against you is the person who gets least paid in that system. Who is least paid in the hotel? The person who is opening the door, or person who is porting your luggage to your room. The person who is porting your luggage to your room has been given 500 rupees by me, let's say, saying anybody who checks into any room, just tell me the last name and the room number. Now I can dialing hotel number, room number is, dial the hotel number, dial the room number as an extension. And if I know Mr. Sharma is there, I will just say Mr. Sharma, I'm calling you the front desk. Right? In hotel, the person who is coming to give you the food and coming with the bill is the least paid. He will swipe your card for something. Do you need ATM machine? Right? You come to, let's say you came here and you need cash. You have to, urgently give me some money. I will give you certain information. How will you give me cash if you are not carrying cash? You will withdraw. Let's say there is an ATM outside. Outside the school building, on the road there is an ATM. Will you withdraw money? Yes. You will put your card and you will put your PIN. It will say no cash. You will go to one more ATM, withdraw money, give it to me. Now, that ATM machine could be a counterfeit machine. I can buy an ATM machine in 5 lakh rupees. So, today I bought an ATM machine in 5 lakh rupees. In the night, 11 o'clock, I came here and put it outside. Assuming some people will put your card, you put your card, it reads your card and stores the card information. You put your PIN, it records that. Now, your card information and the PIN. In the night, I will come back again, take the machine back, download all those things, make counterfeit cards, and withdraw money from your account because I have your PIN. But that won't happen against me. As I told you, digital world has very simple solutions. What I do is, whenever I am using an ATM machine, first time I put PIN wrong. Why? If that machine, the counterfeit machine, if I put my PIN wrong, what would it say? Can it check my PIN for genuineness, correctness? It can't connect to bank server, it will say no cash. If machine says no cash, that means this machine is problematic. They have compromised my card, not the PIN. They can't withdraw money from my account. Right? So idea is we should be little careful. Either I know the ATM machine, and if it is a new place, either don't use it or at least give your PIN wrong once to figure out whether the machine is counterfeit or not. Are they okay? None? ONGC is fine? No? Okay. Can you read it loud and fast? So kids up to 10 years of age won't be able to read it. Why? Kids up to 10 years of age will find it very difficult to read. Because it has not become used to right now, right? It's like their subconscious is not so developed. We humans have a lot of things to do. So what happens over a period of time, everything becomes automated. It becomes part of us. And we start to ignore information. And since we are ignoring information, if I only give you last line OGNC India into, let's say, in email which is coming to your email box, you will read it like an ONGC. Right? So this is how things change. But can you see here? Blocks, puzzle, IIFT, right. If I put these lines, and if I tell you this is L, this is I, this is F, this is T, you can read it, right? You found it at least difficult initially without lines. Can you read it without lines now very easily? Reason is, I am playing with your mind again. Your mind, if knows what to look for, will find it. If your mind is not knowing what to look for, it will not find it. That's what criminals do. They design their trap in a way that until you know about them, you will believe, you will fall for it. Once you know, and that's why I think I appreciate the school for doing these kind of things, that if you know some of the tricks, those won't work against you. Right? So this is, you need to change your perspective about cybercrime. Criminals basically use some of the psychological traits, especially your emotions. They will exploit your trust, they will exploit your greed, panic, saying your account will be closed, electricity will your electricity will be cut down today evening. You must have seen those kind of thoughts, right? Yes, no. If you receive a message saying something is going to happen, you will be in panic. Out of 100 people, 10 will fall for it, right? And those 90 will fall for something else. So if I keep on trying, one day something will work against you. So anything which is too good to be true is problem. Right? If I give you 95% off on something, if I give you something which is lucrative, extremely lucrative, 99% it is problematic. Do you charge your phone? In public charging stations, airport, I charge. I charge always. Whenever I go to airport, I charge my phone in public station. Why? There is a risk, right? There's something on the juice checking. If you connect your phone can be infected with virus, data can be stolen, or at least a ransomware or a malware can be installed. What should you do? Carrying your charger may not help because at times airport those sockets are not visible. They are hidden. I charge my power bank. My power bank can't be infected. If I don't have power bank, I switch off the phone. Problem is when you are having phone in a switch on condition, then only something can be installed. That I can't be away from technology. That's the problem. Okay, have you done this? That you lock up your phone for 3 hours and say I won't use it for 3 hours. Can you do this challenge? Go back home today and ask your kids, you don't watch TV for 3 hours and I won't use my phone for 3 hours. Try that. This will help everybody. Those who are doing this, good for your mental health. I know. No, but what I'm saying is you have to do it for the family. Everybody has to follow, right? Then this works. Okay. How much Google knows about you? If I ask you what were you doing last year same time? Google knows. What are you doing about it now? Go back to the first thing I asked. If I snatch your phone and Google Map is on, your phone is unlocked. If I go to this website, takeout.google.com, on your phone, at that point of time when your phone is in my hand, I will reach to a place where I can download everything about you. Last 5 years, what you have done is recorded here. All searches, all places you have been using your phone, anything and everything you have done on Google, Google Mail, Google Photos, whatever you have done on Google services, everything is available at 10 GB data. I can download in 2 minutes. Right? If I can give you my phone, you can't get this 10 GB data about me. I will give you a logged in phone of mine. Reason is, I go to this website every 2 months, download everything and delete it from there. So what you can get is, maximum you can get 2 months data about me. And if you give me your phone, I can get 5-year data about you. This is precious data. All where do you eat, where do you go for gymming or exercise, what is your favorite restaurant, everything I can figure it out from this. Just by GPS location. Sorry?
If I turn off the location on my
No.
device, then
You turn on the location won't be there, but searching will be there. You are searching what to do, right? Everything. So your photos will be there, your Gmail will be there. Google services I'm saying. And location can indirectly be identified. Sorry?
how can we avoid it?
So as I told you, go to this site yourself, download this data and delete it from there. You can't avoid, but you can make it not available. If you don't keep it, then delete. But I typically download it for me so that I know what I have done in past, just in case I want to know.
These all are manual.
So that's what I'm saying. This should not be available to others, only to you. Download offline, ensure it is not available to anyone else. मैं solution भी बता रहा हूँ सारे. डरने से फायदा ही होगा. I'll answer. Everything is safe as long as you know how. So what happens is, it's like when you had your first time, your son or daughter, and he was ill, you were panicking, right? When after 6 months or a year or 2 years, when the second one was there, you knew fever is there. For 2 days you can sustain, and then only you have to go to doctor. Same here. You get scared fast when I'm telling you all this, but if you take time and ingest and think, it only requires some habit changes. So if you can just change those small habits, I can give you guarantee you will be very difficult to do fraud with. The criminals will avoid you. Right? Criminals want easy money. If you are little difficult, they will leave you behind. Are they having personal enmity against you? They want money and they want targets. So if you are a difficult target, if you are a difficult nut to crack, they will leave it. Right? If you are eating some nuts, the one which does not open, what do? Keep hammering it or move on. So become a little tough nut to crack. And that's what I'm asking actually. Right? Getting scared initially is extremely, this gives me a good feeling that my job is being done. Okay, so piece of advice, never create a piece of electronic data, video, audio, text which you do not want to retain. Let's say if I'm taking a photograph, personal photograph, intimate photograph, thinking it won't go out, it will. As I told you, it may not intentionally go out. You sell your device is lost, somebody can recover it from that. Right? So I don't create anything. It's like, why to have something which you have to hide? Right? Try to do that. That is the best way because you don't know what can happen. Pegasus? Have you heard it? It's a zero-day attack. So zero-day attack means something which nobody knows. Let's say the Intel or the AMD who is making the processor of the phone has a flaw inside. In that case, using that flaw, I can take control of your phone. It can happen on anybody's phone. Right? So I'm assuming my phone will be definitely hacked. Still, somebody should not find anything to misuse against me. If you have that approach, that is the best approach. Second best is try to keep on deleting things, and make sure that you remain clean in that sense. So in today's world, survival of the most aware is the mantra. If you are not aware, if you don't know what frauds are, how frauds are happening, they will happen. Right? How many of you have listed anything on OLX? Right. So as soon as, if you want to try, what you do is you take a new SIM, and if you want to have fun, list something on OLX. As soon as you list, you will get 5-7 calls. People will be ready to buy something without seeing at a price which you have listed. That is a clear indication they are fraudsters. Right? And then you can have fun. You can talk to them for half an hour. But you should not use your own SIM. This is a new SIM only for this purpose. Otherwise, things can have, there could be little problems. So what I'm saying is figure out how crimes are happening today. And not very difficult. Newspaper is straight of it. There are other places. Now tell me, if there is a financial fraud happens against you, what would you do? Somebody has done fraud against you. You listed something on OLX. Money has gone out. And you realize after 2 minutes that something has gone wrong. What would you do after 2 minutes?
Report it.
No. So, okay. It's like you got a heart attack. You realize you have a heart attack. What would you do? Call a doctor saying, I have a heart attack. Come whenever you can. Is it right? If you got a heart attack, you need to reach hospital as soon as possible. You know what is that golden 1 hour, right? Similarly, when somebody has done fraud against you, money has gone from your account, but has it gone into criminal's hand or not? It has gone to criminal's account first. Before it converts into cash from account, you have a chance to stop it. There is a number Government of India has provided, which is 1930. 1930. Even if before you report anywhere, you should report at 1930. This is a golden helpline number for you. What they do is, it is connected with all of the service providers at the back end. So money has gone from your Bank of India to, let's say, Paytm wallet. Paytm legal team is connected at that number. So what they do, they block the money where it is. From your account A to account B of criminal it has gone, it will be stopped there itself. You may not get it immediately back, but it is not converted to cash means you will get it one day. Second is, you should go to cybercrime.gov.in and report there in detail. These are the two things in that order you need to do. Right?
Could you repeat the complete website?
I will show you that somewhere. So free we have discussed, juice jacking we have discussed. Let's say if I distribute pen drives here, you go to a conference, you get free pen drives. Many places you get free pen drives, right? What should you do? Why is somebody giving you a free pen drive? Assuming that you are working for some critical office, you are working for defense, you are working for a bank, SBI or something like that. If you put this pen drive into office, there is a virus or a malware or a ransomware which will get activated, will infect and will ask for ransom. Whenever I get a pen drive, I use it, but I use it in a sandbox environment. I ensure that this is cleaned first, if at all I have to use it, or else buy it. Don't use anything given to you for free. 99% things given to you for free are having, if they are electronic, are having malicious things, and if they are products, they are being testing on you. So if I give you a face cream of 10 rupees for free, probably I don't know the side effects, I am trying to test it on you. Okay, hardware keyloggers. This is for enterprises and schools and everywhere, right? So I am a cleaning staff. Yeah. So if you are not paying for it, if you are not given money to buy it, 99% chances are that it is problematic. So there is something known as sandbox environment, contained environment, right? So in IT world, people know about it, and then there are ways and means. So you can have a computer which is not connected to everything else. You will test it and for virus and detect virus. If it is not there, format it and then take it to normal users. Hardware keyloggers, right? So the cleaning device, cleaning personals, they are least paid in an environment, right? They come before everyone else. Let's say office is open. Before office opens, they come and clean everything. They have been paid some money. So what they have to do? They will take this small device. They will take out the keyboard from the back of CPU, connect the CPU keyboard wire at the end with this small pen drive kind of thing, and then now connect it to the CPU again. So now your keyboard is connected to CPU by this small device. Whatever you type will be recorded, will be sent using your internet to me. Do we do an audit? What is connected externally at the back of CPU? Nobody does it. So that's a good practice, we should try to do it. So prevention is better than the cure is also applicable in digital world. We don't do it, right? We only add physical hand washing, mask. In case of digital world also there are a lot of precautions we have to take. Right? I can't tell you all right now, but there are many. Okay, so this is the book which contains these kind of small stories. So it has around 62 some anecdotes and some small stories about it, and then what to do and what not to do. Like I told you about phone, you can convert it to CCTV camera, and then I told you about cybercrime or website and so on. So it is like this. So technology addiction. So addiction also reminds me. Do you have a time where you waste your time? Identified. Do you use Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter? How long you use it? Is there a time when you have to use it? We have a timetable for kids, right? Do we have a timetable for us to use? So I have half an hour every day for wasting my time. This is very good because I only waste half an hour now. Earlier I was wasting 4-5 hours because I was using all these things anytime. Now whenever there is an urge to use Facebook, YouTube unnecessarily, I'll say okay, 5 o'clock, wait till then, and 5:30 time is up. So before we have a timetable for our kids, we should also have a timetable for us. What not to do is also very, very important, right? I'm not saying don't use digital services, but some of them are very addictive. So like those reels, TikTok, Instagram, once you start on it, there is no, you don't know how much time have you wasted, right? Put alarms, put an alarm of 5 o'clock and 5:30, 2 alarms, and in between that you use whatever you want to use. And then kids, if you give them something, let's say you allow them to play game for 15 minutes, what will they say after 15 minutes? 5 minutes more. First time you give 5 minutes more, this becomes 1 hour in 2 months. Right? So you have given 15 minutes, 14 minutes, 59 seconds, power off. If you don't do it strictly in first 3 days, then you are gone. You need to be very, very, very strict. Okay, some of the things, unknown phone number on WhatsApp will definitely is a call which is going to trap you. They will record you on normal call, and then they will modify this as a obscene call and try to blackmail you. Now, assume somebody is trying to blackmail you. What would you do? I'm saying that I have an objectionable video, obscene video of yours. I'll give it to your family and friends. What is the solution? If a criminal tells me this, I will immediately put up a WhatsApp status. Somebody has an AI generated, fake counterfeit video of me, which somebody is threatening me to post to blackmail me. Please ignore. This is not real. This is synthetic. Take out the weapon from the criminal's hand. It's like that Munna Bhai movie, right? That you yourself tell that you are not a professor, rather than the other person can misuse it. So that is the best solution. We all have WhatsApp groups, kids, schools WhatsApp groups, and then kids posting something, some other parents posting something. How do you handle it? I'm also part of WhatsApp group where my kids, parents, other parents are there. The best way, I'm telling you, this is the best way to ensure that you don't get into the trap. That ignore. If somebody is saying something about you in digital world, ignorance is the best policy. If you can't ignore, then that's the problem. Your peace of mind is gone. Nothing is going to change. If you ignore, people will stop it. If you don't ignore, they know they have a power to provoke you. Right? Second is, if something is really serious, there is provision in IT Act, Information Technology Act, you can actually file a complaint. Instead of doing anything else, file a complaint. If you are really serious about it. If you are not serious about it, filing a complaint, then ignore. There is nothing in between. Right? You must also tell your kids that law says what not to do. Just telling them please that there are certain boundaries. If you ignore, everybody is liable. Right? Let's say if you got a obscene joke and you forwarded it, you got it from some group and you forwarded in one more group. Is it okay? IT Act Section 67 basically says anybody forwarding, transmitting anything which is obscene will be liable. In that case, if you are reported, you will be behind bars for 3 to 5 years with 1 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees fine. So whatever we are doing, we are forwarding something unknowingly into our friends group also can be taken as offense if somebody files a complaint with a screenshot. And we must be very careful. Something done casually in a good faith can also turn out to be a problematic thing later on. So better is to avoid things which we can avoid, at least in this world. Sorry, okay. As I put pin on your same, lock your Aadhaar by mistake. Why? Your bank account is linked to Aadhaar. If I have your Aadhaar number and your fingerprint, I can actually withdraw money from your account. How do I get your fingerprints? I can't lift it like in movies, from your glass. I'm telling you that. That's very difficult. Not easy to do. But if you have done a property transaction recently, there what happens is, on that property paper you write Aadhaar number and you put stamp fingerprints. Now where are those copies? One copy is with you of your registry. Where is the other copy? In MCD. Right? In a room which has only one physical lock. And the key is with the person who earns least in that system. I will pay him 2000 rupees, open the door. He opens the door, I note down Aadhaar number and lift fingerprints. I have lifted now hundreds. Each Aadhaar is linked to some bank account and I have a corresponding fingerprint. I can do a property transaction. What you can do is go to the Aadhaar, download the app, lock your fingerprint. Whenever required, switch it on again. Right? You use banking, net banking, credit card, debit card. So let's see if I have your credit card and debit card photo. Is it okay? Yes, no. Credit card, right? Front and back. So let's say you are paying money. Let's say I am a petrol pump guy, you got a petrol, you gave me your card, I swipe and I gave it back in front of you. Is there any issue? I swipe, I flipped and gave it back. So what I did is, there is a phone which is recording video. I got front and back of your card recorded in a video of a phone somewhere. It could be my phone, right? The phone could be in my pocket which is recording. Getting your front and back of card, is it okay or not okay? Not okay. What can you do? So let's say if I give you my credit card, can you do a transaction? Yes, no. OTP. That's the common way. OTP comes only for those websites which are Indian. International, this is a requirement by RBI. There is no such requirement by Bank of America. So if I do a transaction on bestbuy.com, which is a promo kind of thing in US, I can buy a laptop of all the money which you have in your credit card. Right? So what should you do? You can't do that. So one is remove the CVV number from the back. Second is go to your net banking, visible international transaction. Until you are traveling outside India, why should have you international transaction on? Yes.
Somebody tried to do fraud me by buying something in Dubai. And Citibank luckily blocked my international.
So you are pure lucky. That luck does not last long. You have to take things in your hand, go to net banking, disable international transaction, put limit. Okay, my monthly expense is 25,000, my limit is 26,000 right now. You should do that. Right? Do you take backup of your laptop on external hard drive? Yes, no. Do you take laptop backup on external hard drive?
Yes.
And you keep your hard drive in the laptop bag? Many times people do that and their laptop bag is stolen. Data along with the laptop is gone. No backup. So backup should be away from your source, which many people don't do. Garbage. You get Amazon packets, you take out stuff, what do you do with the box?
No.
Throw it away means you are helping criminals. Throwing away your boarding pass, throwing away your ATM slip, throwing away anything which is printed is giving out money to the criminals. They will gather all the information, do net banking fraud. Very simple way is I can put something else in the box and come back saying this is cash on delivery. And I will call your other half, keep him on busy, saying they have ordered it and 507 rupees or else I am going. You will try to call the other person, call it busy. And this guy saying I am going, if you want to take it, take it. 507 rupees, you will say okay, no, let's take it. Right? So what I am trying to say is make sure your garbage is shredded. What I do is all these boxes I dip in water and then throw. Once you dip, it goes away and it crumbles very easily. And then criminals are also these days they are not interested in messy things. They will still filter out boxes of other people, as I told you, become tough nuts. There are boxes which are not dipped in water. They will try to gather information from there only. You can, yes.
Address and phone number both.
Figure out. So what I'm saying is there are hundreds of ways of solving your problem. I'm just telling you one of the ways. Right? Dipping in water is faster than cutting things. So your call. I can be reached on WhatsApp in case of anything. If you want to know and discuss, if you have any questions, I can take them up. And I would strongly recommend you to buy that book and read. It's very cheap, but it has a lot of information. Yeah.
If you could just talk a little bit, it's okay.
I just wanted to say if you could talk a little bit about the Discord servers we hear so much about.
See, this is one of them. Okay, I can add that. So, see, problem is not with Discord. Problem is with the usage, unmonitored usage. Right? Today with Discord, tomorrow something else will come. There could be hundreds of ways, hundreds of different apps which will crop up. We used to only have WhatsApp, now we have Telegram, tomorrow something else will come. You need to make sure usage is monitored. You need to have some kind of parental control software running. Let them use whatever they want to use, but you should know what is happening. Right? And then, one very, very important thing which I realize is, if you can make your kid busy in physical world, that much time you are cutting down on digital, and that much less addiction is happening. I think we are not doing enough to engage them in physical world, and that's again for our own convenience. That's the problem. Right? So I make sure that even if one sport they want to play where they are definitely not going to do anything, I still want them to play so that at least they are away from digital. Right? I give them movies to watch at times so that they are not working on laptop at that point of time, because laptop is unmonitored. Giving a movie is still controlled. Right? So you need to figure out how to ensure that you pass on next 5, 7, 10 years, making sure they get less engaged in digital, more in physical, or else you have to choose things which are slightly controllable. Giving them internet access is little bad versus giving access to TV. Or because there you can't go everywhere, right? My kids, I want to be able to watch a cricket match rather than working on internet. I'm happy that they are watching a sport because there is a limit to it. How bad things can go wrong. The eyesight may be a little impacted, but so that's what I thought. Yeah.
So after COVID, everything has gone digital, and I have heard this that it's happened in Connaught Place. I just asking you how to avoid this. That restaurants have now installed QR codes instead of menu cards. So once you scan that QR code, it happened in a restaurant that all the people who scanned their phones were compromised because QR code is linked to the website and somebody has hacked that website, and then something is installed in the phone through that QR code. It happened very recently. So everywhere the QR code is now, we have to scan it. We cannot avoid it. So I'm asking, what is the solution?
So what happens is, if you go to your phone and go to your permission manager of your phone and enable security at the highest level, remove accesses. So what happens is, many times QR code is allowed to take you to a website and execute something. So my phone, I have restricted that you can scan and only do giving me what information is coming without doing execution of that. So it's like when you were on internet browser where you had security mid, high and low, right? Similarly, on your phones, your permission managers, you revoke permission of most of the things which is not required. So if you go to permission manager, you will see every app has permission of 10, 20, 30 things. Make sure that whatever you think is logically does not make sense, remove it. Let that app not work for the time being. Whenever you require that app again, give permission for the time being, work on it, remove it again. So until you give permission, nobody can execute anything. Right? So auto execution has to be by default no. And then this kind of problems won't happen.
How do you secure Wi-Fi?
Very good question again. So do you switch off your router at night? Inconvenience, right? Switching it off and switching it on again. Criminals hate discontinuity. If your computer or your phone or your router is always on, they will put virus, they will put a bot, and they will use this to launch attacks. Right? So what I simply do is I switch off everything more than once in a day. So my router is off at night or at random time in day. We are going out, it is off. I shut down my laptop, I shut down my phone quite often. Right? We don't do it. Because whenever you shut it down, whatever they are doing, using your phone or your computer or your router, it gets discontinued. They hate you and they will put you out of that list. That is one best thing you can do. Change password frequently. That is second best thing you can do.